Well, Dylan Mulvaney, the Bud Light partnership, and the backlash against Anheuser-Busch. Well, I'm a little late talking on this topic, but I thought I'd analyze it a few days and go from there, see what was happening in the world. Now, I made a video a while back about how Matt Walsh, when he went on Dr. Phil and talked about this transgender nonsense and the mainstream appeal it's been gaining, and how I thought he was right, and I thought I would comment some more. Now, before I get on to Dylan Mulvaney himself, yes, I will be referring to Dylan as a man, as a he, not what he, just because he wants to pretend he's a woman doesn't mean I have to. But anyway, there's four reasons that someone would identify as transgender or be transgender, and the reasons number one and two go together, and reasons number three or four go together. The first reason would be, you're mentally ill and you need help. And if you are mentally ill and you are seeking help, good for you. Reason number two would be, as a young child, you had mental illness pushed upon you. For example, say, a 6-year-old child said, a boy said, I'm a girl. And the parents and the other authority figures went along with it and said, yeah, you're right, you are a girl. Let's start transitioning you. That's just not right. And if you take part in that, you should be ashamed of yourself. And now, reasons number three and four, and we're going to talk a lot more about these than the first two reasons. Reasons number three, it's right now, it's the cool thing to do. You're seeking attention. And reason number four, you're doing it to get the attention, and it's a trendy thing to do to make money. And Dylan Mulvaney, he is a perfect example of this. He is a caricature. He is a farce. He is an insufferable human being. A few years ago, he went on The Price is Right, and he was just a gay man. Even then, he was. Well, he doesn't really act any different now that he's pretending to be a woman, other than, he dresses and says he's a woman and wears women's clothes than when he was a gay man. I would describe his behavior as a comedian acting like a 12-year-old girl. A male comedian doing an impression of his 12-year-old daughter, just throwing a fit. And, oh, my gosh, when he was talking about March Madness with the Bud Light deal. Oh, March Madness, I just thought this is when we got mad in March. And, like, oh, come on, give me a break. So he's doing this for the attention. He's doing it to make money. A few years ago, he'd have just been another gay man. But that's not the trendy thing to do anymore. It's not cool enough just to be gay. Now, if you're a gay man, well, now you got to be a transgender woman to get more attention and to get, the sponsorship deals, the farce with Bud Light, and I think they're really regretting that. If not, they should be. And also, now Nike has him modeling sports bras, and I don't even think he's had breast implants yet. What the heck? I usually scroll through it if it pops up on my feed or move on. But you know what? It's working. I mean, I guess I can't call him a complete idiot because Dylan is making money off of sponsorships and he's gaining followers on TikTok. And that's the thing, in today's society, he's treated as a trailblazer, as a hero, as, you know, but you get what I'm saying. I mean, I'll give you an example. And, the mainstream media, the left-wing mainstream media and Hollywood and TV networks, the left-leaning TV networks, they promote this. You are a hero. My fiance watches a show called Station 19, and if you've never seen it, I highly recommend you keep it that way. It is pure woke liberal trash. It's terrible. But there was one scene, yeah, I get stuck watching it once in a while, and I try and ignore it. I'll get out the old Game Boy and play Pokemon or something stupid. It's more productive than that show. Anyway, there's this one scene, and it's a spin-off of Grey's Anatomy. It's firefighters instead of doctors, and they go to get a call. I'm not even sure. I wasn't really paid. I started watching it, but this girl decided she's going to, prepubescent, probably 10 to 12 age range in the scene, and she decides she wants to be a boy. Well, the biological mother and the stepfather, they're not on board with this, and they're trying to keep the biological father who gets custody of the kid and is going along with her transition and calling her a boy and everything else, going along with it, and he's the good guy, and the show takes place in a liberal state, so, I mean, she's ready to get the gender-affirming care and all this nonsense, and, the biological mother and the stepdad are going, this is not good, we don't want you to make a decision that you might regret later in life, and they're treated as villains in the scene. However, the firefighters and the paramedics and the dad that are going, oh, it's okay, son, you can be a boy if you want, and we'll help you and we'll support you, and we're going to go along with this. They're treated as the heroes. I mean, so TV shows, Hollywood, news, they treat this, you're the good guy, you're the hero. And then, you hear these kid-friendly drag shows now. We got kid-friendly drag shows. What if it was heterosexual female strippers having story time with kids? Nobody would go for it. Period. So it's gotten to the point where it's ridiculous, and this deal with Bud Light and Dylan Mulvaney is just, it's a big example of, what's wrong with this. I'll put, my first video was, I said this transgender mainstream nonsense needs to stop. It's not. I made that video months ago. It's gotten worse. And if you ask me, well, why do you care? Well, here's why I care. Somebody made a comment. It's cultural Marxism. Yes, you leftists that call it a conspiracy theory. It's not. Cultural Marxism is the attack of Western values and Western culture and degrading those values. Sorry about that. And that's why I care. I mean, I've had this warning for, since I talked about it in the first video. The warning was there when I was in high school. And I thought it was so far out there that the UN was pushing a gender-neutral society to destroy our values. I just thought, there's no way. That's so far. Well, it's a society we lived in. I wish I'd heeded the warning. But anyway, so Anheuser-Busch, you suck. I used to like your products. Well, unfortunately, I don't know what else to drink because Coors Light Molson Coors has been sponsoring gay pride events for years. So, Yingling, please start selling in Nebraska. I will be your newest, biggest customer. And they do have good beer if you've ever had it. Anyway, thanks for watching. This rant went on a little longer than I was planning. Almost at the 8-minute mark. I usually don't make videos this long, and if you're still watching this, thanks for sticking it out. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and Chaos in Southwest Nebraska over and out.